basically, I'm aware that this is a new app
that you can use on your devices that will give you updated information on what's going on from an emergency aspect
There you
in
go.
Clay County, correct?
Exactly. It will be able to coordinate all 5 emergency services in the county, whether it's the Sheriff's Department, 911, EMS, NCDOT. That's 4 out of the 5 there. And so that you will get on this app. All right. So, Tobin, if you can hear me, would you kick us off here? We were doing a brief description, but talk to us about this emergency communications.
Yeah, so one of the things that we notice is that things like radio, which are physically located, they're great at distributing information locally. That's why radio kicks butt still in the 2025. And but one of the things that we've noticed during Helene, and I worked with Todd on, is that the technology that we use every day is really quite bad at getting the necessary local information to us locals when we need it. And we were working, I work at a company in Andrews called Virtual Storefronts, and we're a technology startup. And we've been working with getting local businesses local visibility so that local shoppers can find them. And when everything happened with Helene, we thought maybe there was a way to get local information from local authorities to people more directly than what was going on with Facebook, which really wasn't working very well for getting people the information they needed. The radio was working a lot better.
Thank you. All right, great. So how is this going to work now that all of the emergency services in Clay County can distribute information to all the residents?
Well, Clay County, the Clay County government, the sheriff was really proactive in this, and we started with the sheriff doing the emergency information distribution, and we kicked that off at the beginning of in the spring of this year. And during some flooding, it was possible for the sheriff's office to actually send instant information about flooding just in time to people, which was great. But it was really the initiative of Clay County to put everything that Clay County made the decision that they wanted a unified public safety feed with every agency that does this stuff.
Okay, and I understand Todd Wingate was kind of the main person here connecting with you and getting this all set up. Is that right, Todd?
Well, it wasn't me by myself. It was a kind of a team effort. We actually were basing an experience of Jackie Gottlieb from our Hinton Center here in Clay County, that she had firsthand experiences in Buncombe County during the fallout of Helene, and she was trying to navigate around the city and was being confronted with a lot of road closures and having to backtrack. It could have been a very dangerous situation for her. Her and Tobin collaborated on her experience. We soon after had a meeting, and Tobin started laying out what possibilities could look like. And what I'm referring to is the difference between BS Connect and social media such as Facebook. It was just not there. There was a lot of traffic on Facebook that people were not able to get instant, direct information about road closures and other emergency information to allow them to navigate streets and roads and other conditions with utilities and such as that. And so the idea started pouring out about how we can effectively communicate this stuff to our community. And over the past year, we've been able to put a little bit finer point on it. And we developed what ultimately has turned out to be basically a flow chart called a public safety safety broadcast flow chart, and then once we came online live at the sheriff's office, we had a couple of events that we successfully pushed that information out from the field to our community that were following us on VS Connect, and we were starting to get a very good response. And then once our local Clay County local emergency planning committee had our meeting, the topic came up, and the idea was born about having it reach out across a broader spectrum with public safety in general, to include our county manager, Debbie Money, Jeff Ledford, who's here with me as the EM director, Brian Anderson with our fire department, and others that are part of the LEPC committee. And so we have taken what was once the Clay County Sheriff's Office VS Connect channel. We've converted it successfully into a public safety broadcast channel, and now local citizens or anybody that is following us on VS Connect will be able to receive notifications with a little bit more detail and in much timelier fashion than what you typically would find on Facebook. I think it's important to also note that we still are using Nixle, which is basically a public safety type of a broadcast system, but it's very limited. It comes out by either telephone or by text message, and it's very brief. The advantage of VS Connect, while we are still going to continue to use Nixle, the advantage of VS Connect is that for personnel that are in the field, it's a very simple process to post photographs and provide continuous updates on road closures and more dynamic and developing situations, and it's really intended for preservation of life and giving people an opportunity to stay clear of bad situations.
Todd, let me jump in here to tell you kind of what's going to happen next. First of all, and we are controlled by a computer. I don't have a choice about this, but in the next 20 seconds or so, the computer's going to break in and do a couple of commercials. So if y'all can just hang on, don't go anywhere. As soon as that commercial's over, I'll be back, and because I want to drill down to some specifics now, because you've talked about Nixle, which I'm very much aware of that. That's a text to my cell phone. And I think VS Connect is going to be by your, okay, we'll talk about it right after the break. Hang on. Before we had to take a commercial break there, we were talking to several people from the Clay County government here, in addition to Tobin, with a company called VS Connects. And Todd or Tobin, I wanted to drill down here so we don't make assumptions that people know what we're talking about. I believe you're talking about an application for your mobile electronic device, your cell phone, your iPad. Is it called VS Connects?
Yeah, exactly. It's called VS Connects, and you download it in the App Store. It's free to the public, and think of it almost just as a receiver. You don't send messages back. You don't comment or like. It's literally just a way for local authorities and local businesses to send messages to the public, almost like a text message. So for the first time, the Clay County, a real person in Clay County at the sheriff's office or in the fire department is now able to instantly send messages directly to the public, and VS Connects is the receiver for that. And if you're looking to download the app, it's on the app stores, it's free. If you're looking for instructions on how to follow the Clay County public safety feed, you can go to virtualstorefronts.co/Clay County. It's not terribly hard to figure out yourself, but if you want some instructions, a little more detail, you can get that there.
Okay, so once this is downloaded on my iPhone, so then if Todd Wingate needs to let people know that there's a road closure due to a major accident, will this automatically pop up on my phone, or do I have to do something?
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's the difference, is that you don't have to be scrolling on social media looking for it. It's going to come as a push notification, almost like Todd is able to text directly to everyone who is who's following the Clay County Public Safety feed. Yep.
Okay, and that.
I have a question, Harry.
Okay.
So is the public safety feed on a separate channel from the Clay County merchants, for instance?
Yes, it is. That's a great question. So merchants also have the same capability, and the customers, the people who are following, they can follow whoever they like on the app. So whoever they're following, they'll get a push notification from. So if they have a favorite business they don't want to miss a notification from, they hit that thumbs up button on their storefront, and now they'll get a push notification from the farmers market when they have fresh corn as well.
Okay, all right, but specifically today we're talking about, and the name of it is V as in Victor, S in Sam, connects, right?
Yeah, V as in Victor, S as in Sam, connects with an S at the end, so it's VS connects, and the public safety part of this is vitally important, and it just gives, for the first time ever, the sheriff and all the public safety officials in Clay County now have a way to immediately message their residents and anyone even outside Clay County who wants, who has a loved one in Clay County, wants to keep up on what's going on. And this is something that we want to provide, and we're ready to provide to other counties. And we've been collecting votes for that, actually. If you go to the same website, virtualstorefronts.co, and there's a little tab at the top that says vote, we've had a lot of people voting for similar notifications from all kinds of different services, electric, for internet outages, instant notifications for that in counties all over the tri-state region. We've had, I think, requests for 11 counties.
Okay, so Debbie, if you're still on the line, does this mean whenever there's a major snowstorm and the county offices are going to be closed, that you can send that notice out?
We can, but we will also be using Nixle, Harry.
Right.
I think that the difference in Nixle and this is like you said, if there's a road closure, you're not necessarily going to find that on Nixle. Mainly Nixle is for the weather. School closing or county office closings, where this is more emergency management. We've got DOT on board. We've got emergency management on board. We've got the fire department. So say if there's a fire or flooding, evacuation, like we had in Helene, we can put that out to our citizens.
And that sounds excellent. It really does, that we will know, what areas are flooding, but also what areas to avoid. And if there's a tree across the main highway, you've even included the NCDOT in this, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay.
And the NCDOT can post, as well as our fire department, our emergency management, or the sheriff's department. We started with the sheriff's department, and I have to say that I appreciate Tobin and I appreciate Todd Wingate and the sheriff for putting this together and sharing it with county government so we could expand it.
Right. All right. So everybody can get all their questions answered that they keep asking on social media. What's the sirens all about? Where's the wreck at? Where's the...
Right.
Yes, exactly. And one of the other things that happens here, I'm here in Andrews, North Carolina, and something that I'm always looking for is sometimes we have water outages, and I'm always looking on social media trying to track down what might be wrong with a water main break or when the internet goes out. And with this system, it would be possible for the mayor to literally just beam a message out that says, hey, there's going to be, we have a water outage and we expect it to come back online within 10 hours or 2 hours or whatever it might be.
Well, the Clay County has been doing a good job of that with their Nixle system, because I'd get messages at 3 a.m. telling me that the water was out.
Clay County is Clay. I want to give a shout out to Clay County because I think that Clay County is a really ahead of the curve, great group of people to work with, and they cooperate very well. The way that this public safety channel came together, it was their idea, and we were able to put it together within weeks, just a couple of weeks, and very impressive team over in Clay County.
Debbie and Monty and Todd Wingate, and we've got Jeffrey Ledford, and am I missing somebody over there, Debbie?
No, I think.
We thank you all very much. We are now totally out of time, so we're going to let you go, and I'll see y'all.
Thank you, Harry.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks.